Well, Matt Coleman certainly is heating up from downtown. You can see the progression with his three-point shooting, starting at 29% as a freshman, now up to 49% as a junior. That leads the team, and that would be second best in the Big 12 if Matt had enough three-point shots to qualify for the Big 12 leaders there. We now have Matt Coleman, the playmaker, the man that sets it all up for Texas basketball, on set with us now. So you see that chart and your progression. How do you explain that, jumping from 29% to a dead eye at nearly 50?
I would just say it's all about readiness. Spending time in the gym in the summertime, coming here in the preseason and just working on my readiness, my footwork, and having the same constant, repetitive step in every time. And then the rest just how it comes off the fingertips.
Well, I've seen the shirts that you guys wear, DYJ, do your job. So I'm interested to hear your job description coming from you and how that compares to what Shaka thinks it is. So first off, what is your job?
My job is to come in every day and just be an extension of coach to my teammates, to be a vocal leader, lead by example as well, on and off the floor. And then when it comes to practice, to be the hardest guy in practice, to run my team, and then to be the best defender that I can be.
Sound about right?
Hit the nail on the head.
What impresses you the most with Matt as a person, away from the basketball court?
Well, he's got a lot of great qualities as a person. I think the most impressive part of Matt is how much he is about others. And, again, in a team sport, that's huge.
Yeah.
But he really, cares about those around him. He's a very, very good communicator. He's always, or almost always, in a really, really good mood and just excited about doing what's next.
A great quality.
Which is a terrific quality. When you play on a team at a high level, there's a lot of challenges. There's a lot of things that are not easy. Defending a great guard is not easy, or attacking a terrific defense is not easy. But when you have a passion and excitement level about taking on that challenge, it makes you a lot better at it.
Well, let's fire up the clicker for the first time this season. We'll go with the touch screen here, and we're going to start with on-ball defense. And that energy is infectious. And the first example here against Cal, we see Coleman doing his thing.
Yeah, the biggest thing, a lot of times we put Matt on the best offensive player on the other team, and he does a great job just staying in front of him. So, what you saw there was really moving his feet, putting his chest on the guy. Sometimes you got to draw on a line in the sand with your chest and say, you're not going by me here. He did a great job of it there. And then we really try to emphasize active hands, and he's done a terrific job, I think, leading our team in deflections this year.
This next clip, Matt, it looks like your guy has you beat, but that's not the case.
Well, we talk a lot about multiple efforts. And sometimes when you go do one thing, now you got to recover fast and do the next thing. And he did a terrific job on that play of just, again, getting his body in front and putting himself in position to get his hand on the basketball. And then we can get a steal and we can break out and go the other way.
And this last example here, you force a miss.
Yeah, Lowell, it's about, our goal on the defensive end is to force a tough contested two-point shot for the other team. And, obviously their goal is to get a great shot, whether it's a three or whether it's an open layup or a shot around the basket. So it's all about which team can do that better, and Matt's done a really good job of executing that for us.
Matt, of those clips, what do you think is the most significant thing you saw about your ability to play on-ball defense?
I'll say the biggest thing is just from my progression being here from my freshman year to now is just having the better discipline into just guarding without fouling, using my hands, and then just moving my feet. You know what I'm saying? Defense is all about pride. It's all about a want to. And I think it's just my want to take on this challenge, and I wanna get this stop for myself and for my team.
Well, this next example,
that's going to be a huge key, Lowell, as we move forward in Big 12 play, because Matt's going to be on some terrific offensive players, and having the discipline to defend without fouling, to show his hands, to put his chest on the guy on the drive, is what's going to allow him to stay in the game for a sustained period of time, and it's going to get our team stops.
Next examples here, Shaka. This is something that Matt has been doing since day one. Like you said, his personality, he's a connector, wants to set up other people. Here he is distributing the basketball, making good decisions.
Yeah, you know, we asked Matt to try to get shots for his teammates, and we want him to get in the paint as much as he can. Now, teams are going to try to take that away, but here you see him cutting in our offense. Now it's a pick and roll with Jericho. They get 2 on him, but he does a great job just drawing Courtney's man and kicking it out. It's nothing crazy, but it creates 3 points for our team. This is a pick and roll set we run, and what we did is we brought him off to the left, made them defend it that way, and then we bring them back to the right, back to the middle of the floor. And now this is really the dynamic we want to create, where Matt wins the point of attack here against his guy and forces the big to help. In this case, Matt Harms from Purdue, 7'3". So that's what we feel like is a great opportunity for Matt to attack a mismatch. And then if you watch this play, it's all about reading what's there. They help off of Gerald, so Matt's able to find him for an open shot.
And then this last example looks almost like the same setup.
It's the exact same play, and we come back, and this time it's the roll. So really it's about reading the defense. In that case, they stayed home because Gerald made the shot the play before. They didn't help off of him. And actually, there was a possession right after that where we ran the exact same play. That time they helped on the roll off of Jace on the ball side, and Matt did a great job finding him. That's what really good point guards do, is they take what the defense give them, and they really distribute the ball to the right guy.
And as we set up this last clicker sequence with your shooting, I would imagine on that play there, your confidence level is going through the roof when it comes to Jericho Sims and his ability to finish.
Yeah. I mean, I just try to do my best to breathe air in my teammates, to make them feel like the most confident shooter, the most confident rebounder, the most confident whatever it may be. And, you know, with Jericho, from his freshman year to now as well, he has made great, humongous growth, and his play this year has really shown that.
Like your shooting. Here's the examples of your growth as a shooter, and we start off against Cal here from the corner.
Well, you know, Matt talked about readiness, and that's really the area where he's taken a huge, huge jump with his shooting. You never want the ball to catch you by surprise, and sometimes as a younger player it does, because in high school you got time to catch it, test the wind, and then shoot the ball. Obviously it's different at this level, but he's on the perimeter, and look at his hands are ready, and he's able to catch it, get his feet set, and shoot it in. That's what's allowed him to really, really shoot the ball well for us this year. Here's another one. Andrew does a great job driving, and this is really what we want to create. The ball's in the paint. Multiple guys had to help, and now Andrew does a good job kicking it out to Gerald. As this defender's closing out to Gerald, it leaves Matt wide open in the corner, and then Matt's ready to shoot, shoots it with his process, and, you know, does a great job shooting it in. Again, similar dynamic here. Courtney drives, and look at all that help. So if we can get in the paint, it opens up so much for us, Lo. And a lot of times it's Matt being the one getting in the paint, creating for other guys, but that's why you want to have multiple playmakers. Courtney does a nice job getting in there. He finds Gerald with the one more to Matt, and Matt with the readiness and the discipline to shoot it the right way.
And that's how you shoot 49% from three-point range. Clifford, Matt Coleman III, we appreciate the time.
Appreciate you.